Hey, my super beautiful, lovely, gorgeous souls. Welcome. Today we're working on a video for Leos, and this will be Leo, twin flame separation with an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. I'll leave timestamps in the description box. I'll also leave my private reading information in the description box. And if you guys are interested to subscribe, go ahead and do that too, so you can see more readings like this on a weekly basis. Let's get into this. We're going to start with Taurus and Leo. So basically we're going to discuss sort of energies leading up to separation, maybe like ways that you're both feeling, maybe some things that you need to release, work on, heal, maybe what's going on in separation a little bit, some soul lessons, because that's important. We'll hear from the divine masculine energies and the divine feminine energies, and maybe some major life sort of changes or events that are around this connection. So let's get right into this today, and we're going to start with some tarot. And I'll pull in oracle cards as I see fit. All right. Taurus. Wow, Taurus, you are really into this connection. Like when strength comes out, this is your Leo right here. This is your Leo. So I don't know if you feel like you had to be strong for them or you were bringing strength to them. I also feel like you're having a really hard time letting go of this. You have such positive cards here. I feel like you're a little bit afraid to move on or forward, is what I'm picking up on. I feel like this connection is so near and dear to your heart. I just feel like you know the potential, but there's like a stuck feeling here, a stuck energy and a stuck feeling. I don't know if it's like you need to, do some things for yourself. Like I'm getting like maybe like clearing up debts or sort of maybe saving some money or changing in job or career or status or something like that. I feel like you're just really afraid to let go. That's what I'm getting. That's major afraid to let go. But I also feel like whatever you're going to do, like in your now, you are a master manifestor. You can do all of that. You definitely view Leo as like the one, like the divine connection, the one. I feel like you were supposed to bring in healing to them. It looks like there was some things that needed change right off the bat is what I'm getting, and you weren't ready to do that, and now I feel like you are. So Leo, I feel like, is feeling a little bit left out in the cold. I feel like they are definitely waiting. They're also in stuck energy. I feel like they're waiting for your return or waiting for you to reach out. I also feel like they're a little bit stubborn in their spiritual path, their spiritual growth. I feel like there's not a lot of movement. I feel like almost like I'm hearing the trail's gone cold. If that makes any sense. It's like, I also feel like, you may be looking for your Taurus or your divine here, and, something about like the trail's gone cold. I feel like you want this, but you're off kind of like knowing you need some work. You need to work on yourself. I feel like, you know like what's right to do here, but you just don't have all what you need yet to get going. Not bad energies here, guys. This feels to me like a very strong connection. I feel like there might be some issues with money here. There was some issues with money, but yeah, Leo is feeling like inadequate, like they're left out in the cold. They want to do things to help themselves. They're a little bit lost. They're not sure where to go, what to do. I just get a sense that there was some like lying or some dishonesty in this connection. So I want to hear from the divine feminine, and then we'll do the divine masculine energies. And it doesn't have to resonate for Leo or Taurus in reverse. It can. You could be divine feminine, really you're divine masculine. You could be divine masculine, really you're divine feminine. All right, so divine feminine, we're getting standalone. This is coming out a lot for divine feminines. I feel like the energy shift that we're in right now, it's supposed to bring us new awareness about independence in ourselves and how strong we are for ourselves. So I feel like there might be some test of that right now for the divine feminine. you know, learning to stand on her own 2 feet, like being alone, being okay, being alone, single, like working on herself, like being okay. We've got a little bit of a self-destructiveness. It could be that in the past with this connection, there is some kind of feeling like it was blocked, or this feeling like a stubbornness. It could be that also, you know, Divine Feminine doesn't like to ask for help, or didn't like to ask for help in the past. I'm getting that. But the self-destructiveness, I feel like that has to do with ego and sort of like how you really view yourself, how you really feel about yourself. I feel like sometimes you don't really look at yourself. And people may view you differently from the way you view yourself, but there's a little bit of self-destructiveness, which means, you know, there could be like self-destructive behaviors or negative thoughts or negative feelings. Yeah, and when this all kind of like, I feel like there's a little bit of denial. When this all came like crashing down, I don't feel like it was like a real legit crash though. I feel like you guys just had a significant turning point, okay? Like, I feel like there was some kind of lying betrayal or something going on, or not facing yourselves or facing each other, or like hiding things from each other, or hiding things. Somebody was hiding things. I feel like there was disbelief in this. And I also feel like, why me? How can this be me? Why is this always my life? Why is this always me? There's a little bit of like this self-punishing feeling I'm getting from the Divine Feminine. I'm going to want to try to release some of that. Let's go with the Divine Masculine now and see what we've got. Jealousy. Wow. So I don't know if, you know, the Divine Feminine had something else going on, or wasn't over something from the past, or was somebody maybe that was a little flirtatious, or there was a real reason for the Divine Masculine to be jealous. But yeah, there was some jealousy here. Like I said, somebody was not being honest, and somebody might have been hiding things. And hiding things could be hiding another relationship, or hiding a connection that they had with somebody else. Intuition. So I feel like Divine Masculine's intuition waking up a little bit. I kind of feel like Divine Masculine knew what was up. And like with the jealousy, they're like, well, I'm jealous for a reason. I'm not jealous for not no reason. You know what I mean? Arrogance. So they might have some issues with that. Like if they might just be a jealous person. Okay. And that, you know, this separation is supposed to teach them about that. So speaking of teaching, let's look at some soul lessons here between the two of you. We'll do one for the Divine Masculine, one for the Divine Feminine. And these can be sort of lessons that you decided in your contract to work on. Let's see. Divine Masculine. Your soul is here to experience success. I feel like that means success not only in the business world, working world with money. I also feel like that means success in relationships. So if there is some of these things here, like I'm feeling like Spirit's like, you need to use your intuition more or all the time. It's never lying to you. And Spirit's like, the jealousy and the arrogance, those are two very toxic energies that have to go, or else you cannot have true success in a relationship, you know, without letting those energies go, because they're heavy energies and all they do is hold you down and hold you back. And then we've got boundaries. Wow. So also to learn safe boundaries. Yes, sometimes jealousy can push those boundaries in a bad way. And possessiveness and arrogance and all those heavy energies, like I said, can push somebody's boundaries. So it's to learn about keeping healthier boundaries. Let's see for the Divine Feminine. Experience love. Your soul is here to experience love. Oh, wow. That's beautiful. So I feel like there might be something that Taurus, you might be afraid to love, or Divine Feminine, you might be afraid to love. It might be teaching you, separation might be teaching you about self-love, but I feel like true love as well. You may have other love connections come in, Divine Feminine, and I think Spirit wants you to be open to that. You're supposed to learn about the truth of your soul, what the truth of your soul wants out of love. And look, self-limitation. Your soul is here to learn to overcome self-limitation. So limiting yourself maybe for other people, or allowing yourself to stay stagnant when you should be moving into a more productive energy where you know that's where you want to be, but you might let the past hold you back. That's really like partially the self-limitation. So let's see something kind of like major surrounding this connection. Let's see something like a major event, a major feeling, a major energy, a major consciousness. Let's see what we're getting. Well, we've got conflict. This could be self-conflict, the conflict within yourselves, conflict in the union. So if there is, and it's too early on in your connection, twin flames will go into separation. Now, I kind of feel like nobody's really running chasing. There's stagnation energy in this right now. That's what I'm getting more. And look, we've got new beginnings. So I feel like significant time can pass before you're going to have a new beginning, only because these things like are more like a, not like put a rush on it, but spirits like these are really important lessons. Okay. Really important lessons. We're putting you through trials. We're putting you through this for a reason. And look, we've got deception. So this is also to be careful of the people around you and the people that you confide in. So I don't know if you confided in one another and there was a break in boundaries or some kind of disrespect or something like that. Or if spirit's kind of like, don't talk about this so much to other people. Don't let other people know your business so much. They might not be understanding of it. They might just be like, you know, having fun with gossip, basically. All right. So what I'd like to do is now pull in angel answers, and this will just sort of be a timing. I mean, this was like a quick reading just to see kind of like what's going on, some advice. But let's see maybe if there's timing or special message that spirit has for you or angels have for you. We've got big happy changes. I love when that comes out. So spirit is letting you know that you're on the right track. You're on the right path. It's like, I feel like acceptance is the big thing here. Like if you can accept this and accept what these soul lessons are, I feel like it'll put you a little bit further down the path and help you out in terms of reuniting with your twin. I hope that this was helpful. Please let me know what you think in the comments. All right, let's get on to Leo and Virgo. So Leo and Virgo, let's talk about some of the energies surrounding separation here. And we'll talk about soul lessons, and we'll talk about divine masculine energies and divine feminine energies, more shadowy type, like in other words, things that need to be sort of healed. And let's get into this. I'm sorry, I'm just taking a second here to organize my cards. Alrighty, let's do it. Leo and Virgo. Let's see what we're getting. Oops. Oh, wow. Okay, we got some jumpers. All right. Wow. So I feel like Leo is looking at Virgo like in such a romantic, sympathetic, empathetic, like caring, kind, emotional way, emotional connection. They felt so happy and so fulfilled by this connection. But is there something that there was some soul searching, I feel like, or a need to go off on their own? It could be that right now, I feel like Leo is in more of an emotional energy where they're thinking about the past. I feel like they're focusing on their self. I don't know if the two of you met, split up, and then one of you moved on to have children or be with somebody else, but I'm feeling like Leo's sort of focused on that right now. Focused on, you know, I don't know, their family or what they need to do for themselves. I feel like there's this deep soul searching going on. I also feel like they might be looking for Virgo. I feel like they ruminate about this a lot. They think about this a lot. They want this connection to be reestablished. All right. I'm feeling like this is a little more long-term of a separation already. It doesn't have to be. It can resonate how it resonates, but I feel like it is. I feel like Virgo might be looking too. Let's see what we get for Virgo here. Yeah, Virgo wants the connection too. And look, this is Leo. This is unbelievable. This is Virgo and this is Leo. Okay. I feel like Leo turned their back on this for a while, but it's not that it's not on their mind. It is on their mind. Virgo wants the connection back. They felt like you were the one. I mean, this to me does feel like definitely twin flame. I feel like was passionate. Virgo misses that passion. They want that passion. They never felt that with anybody else. They never felt like they can meet somebody emotionally like that or passionately like that. I feel like Virgo in a way had a little bit of growing up to do. I feel like they were off learning some lessons here. I feel like maybe you guys were a little younger when this connection happened, and time, space, life, different things pulled you apart. I feel like, but look, we've got the Lovers. This is definitely divine, and then I'm going to put that one in there. Yeah, I feel like it might have been a little bit of a young love, and then, now maturity has been gained, and knowing what you want has been gained here. And balance and patience. I feel like have more patience with this, because it looks like there's been some progress to me. That's what I'm seeing. So let's get in from the Divine Feminine. All right, look. We've got your next battle. So Divine Feminine might be going through some battles, spiritual or real life battles with people or themselves, or maybe something with their job. They also may have been easily tempted in the past, and that's something that they had to work on. I feel like they maybe were never fulfilled by anyone else, and their temptation that led them to you was very strong, and they wanted to fight it, but they didn't, and they're glad they didn't, because I feel like a lot of sexual energy in this connection. There's a lot. And in this time, Divine Feminine has to face themselves, because I feel like they haven't really looked back on who they used to be. I feel like they're like evolved and they're a different person, but they're not really thinking about who they used to be. I feel like Spirit's like, revisit the past a little bit. I don't know why that feels like significant here. Spirit's like, revisit the past. Think about, like, have you resolved all things from the past? Okay, that might be what the next battle thing is. Because I feel like, if you had to, you would fight for your twin. That's what I'm getting. So I don't know if, somebody is with someone else here, or if you guys have moved on a bit, or you're married now, or you're in other relationships. You're still doing heavy thinking about each other. I mean, you don't stop thinking about each other. Divine Masculine. Yeah, new beginning. So they might have had a little bit of a new beginning after the separation, or they're going towards a new beginning, or you know what? Honestly, they might just want the new beginning with you. Look, we've got dishonesty. So in the past, they might have been, dishonest. They might have not been telling the truth to you. They might have been lying to themselves. They might have been lying to themselves about this connection. They might have been just in denial about the attraction here. Look within. So I feel like they have found some answers by evolving here. Like, in other words, their soul has evolved, and they do now look within for the answers, and they realize a lot of things about themselves that were blown open in this connection. They realize that. So a soul lesson for the Divine Masculine. Let's get one out here. Self-respect. Your soul is here to better understand self-respect. Yeah. And respecting your own boundaries, and respecting yourself and your wants and your needs, and having your needs met. In the Divine Feminine, your soul is here to flourish in education. Wow, that's interesting. The Divine Feminine could be needing to work on that for, I don't know. Let's get another one. Strength. Yeah, so I feel like maybe the Divine Feminine has to learn to be on her own and not need anybody. That's really what I'm gathering from that. Let's see something major, like a major thing, like a major energy, a major consciousness or energy that's surrounding this whole thing right now. The loving woman. Wow. So I feel like the Divine Masculine is definitely wanting the connection back with the Divine Feminine. I feel like he realizes it now. He kind of knows now. The Divine Masculine kind of knows now, like, what he had, what he sees. He's never found anybody to match him the way that you did. So let's get a card out for sort of a closure, like answers from angels, or some timing, something that they definitely want you to know right here in the here and now. Look, in the near future. Yeah, so this could be coming back into fruition. Yeah, I believe it. Look, yes, I love it. So I feel like, hold on. The Divine Masculine's thinking about the Divine Feminine a lot. So just hold on a little longer. I feel like hold on a little longer. I hope this was helpful, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let's get on to Leo and Capricorn. All right, Leo and Capricorn. Let's see in the connection here between the two of you. Oh, we got some ones that want to pop right out. I feel like Leo has had some ups and downs. I also feel like in the beginning, Leo might have been coming out of a karmic relationship or a bad relationship. And they took a little time for themselves to get settled and get back on their feet and do what they had to do. I feel like Leo is really a planner here. They want like stability, at least for themselves, before they can open up and share it with somebody else. I feel like in the time that these two were connected, Leo was kind of like, I gotta go do what I gotta go do for me. And, you know, my life is a little bit shaky and up and down, and I'm not really ready for commitment, and I don't really want commitment right now. I kind of want to play the field. I want to see where the breeze takes me. And Capricorn, I think was deeply hurt by this. I feel like they really wanted it. This is like the shit that kept them up at night and upset them greatly. And I think that they were even having bad dreams and all kinds of stress, almost like night terrors and grinding their teeth and not sleeping good. They're too focused on the way that they felt about this. Like Leo's like, I gotta go play the field. I gotta go do me. And it like destroyed Capricorn. Yeah. They're like, how could you do this to me? I can't believe this is happening to me. That's how I feel like the Capricorn energy felt. Yeah, look at this. We've got the moon. This really tormented them. They were in torment over this. Possibly still are in torment over this. I feel like with the moon, that's like hidden things and secrets and sort of things and delusions and things that needed to come to light. I also feel like it's like Leo couldn't be tamed at that time. They were like very sort of wild and willy in their ways. Let's see. Yeah, I feel like, you know, in some ways, you guys both want to reunite again. I do feel that, but I feel like there's so much going on, like, with, like, work and, like, all this shit that's going on in the world. I feel like, I don't know, did you guys meet at work? I'm just throwing it out there. It doesn't have to be. I feel like there's something like you might have met in a work environment, or you worked together, or you worked together on things. I also feel like this was just sort of like making plans that maybe didn't come through. So let's hear from the Divine Masculine. Look, responsibility. So the Divine Masculine could have had prior responsibilities. They could have had a child with someone else that it was their responsibility, or there might be like they have to pay child support, or they still have to have contact with somebody. It could be too that they were a little on the dirty side and they did you dirty and they had an affair or something like that. Let's see. Ooh, wow. We've got intuition again for the Divine Masculine. That's coming up a lot. Yeah, untrustworthy. Divine Masculine, when you were involved here with your Divine Feminine, I feel like there was something else going on in your life that required your attention and your responsibility. I feel like you might have not have wanted to continue with that responsibility and have a little fun and not have direct ties. I feel like you might have even said to them, I don't want something serious. But now that I see the untrustworthy, no, I don't think that's the case. I feel like it was like a fly-by-night thing. You wanted it to be casual. And let's see what the Divine Feminine wanted. Get grounded. So that's just a message that, hold on. We'll take that into 1 second. Strength, absolutely. That is something I feel like that she had to maybe learn from this. Connection with the Divine Masculine, deeply rooted. Let's get one more. Fearful. All right. I feel like the Divine Feminine, your messages are like in this separation is to get grounded, rely on your inner strength, find your inner strength, bring your inner strength to the forefront. I feel like you're always strong no matter what goes on. I feel like you're like bulletproof. And this is just showing you how bulletproof you are. But, you know, being fearful of the future and having deeply rooted fears, I feel like are from childhood. So Spirit's like, maybe explore that a little bit. Try to come to terms with some of that. You know, see what, you know, you can do. Speaking of that, because it's more or less, we have soul lessons with our twin flames. So let's see what the Divine Feminine soul lesson is. Maybe that'll help. Learn about peaceful resolve, learn about commitments, and learn about karmic debts. So yeah, like divine feminine, you could have had some karmic debts in the beginning. Like I said, now I feel like the divine feminine could be the Leo aspect. It doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to resonate that way, but that's what I'm picking up on and feeling. So it could be that you weren't ready for your twin flame yet. You either had to pay out a karmic debt relationship, or you weren't finished with one, or there wasn't closure with one, or one had to come in for you so you can resolve your karma, so then you can clear it, clean the slate, and be with your twin. Let's see for the divine masculine. He's here to learn about true happiness. So he may have not been happy, may have had another connection and he wasn't truly happy. And to venture out into the world and not do it the right way, or be honest about things or forthright about things, could have created a big issue for him, that he's supposed to work through it and right the wrongs. Look, experienced failure. So it could be too that he is afraid of failure in relationships, or failure, being like a failure as a person. And about listening. So I feel like he's supposed to listen to himself, listen to his conscience, listen to his inner self, inner voice, higher self, and listen to the needs and wants of others. So there's quite a bit of work here to be done. Let's get a major event sort of revolving around this connection. Look, we've got joyous fun. Interesting, because I feel like these two came together and maybe they just needed to learn to have fun. I feel like sometimes Capricorn can get lost in work and commitments and being like, you know, that struggling person to struggle to make ends meet, time, money, like all that stuff. So I feel like maybe Leo could have brought in an energy of like open up and have a little more fun here and there. I also feel like you're supposed to have fun in separation. We're not meant to stew and be angry and sad and fearful and stop living. That's what I'm hearing right now. Don't stop living because you're in separation. And look, we've got new beginnings that came out in another reading I've done. We've got some new beginnings coming in for twin flames. This 2020 energy and the major shifts that have been going on, and we just had an eclipse. Twin flames are coming together more than ever. Reuniting is happening more than ever. So I think you can kind of almost count on that. Let's get from angels maybe some timing. Let's see what angels have to say. A year from now. Okay, we asked. Look, remain positive. You know, that seems like a long time, but when you really start focusing on you and doing you, the time is going to go by faster. So that's what I'm hearing from Spirit. Oh, guys, I hope this was helpful. Love and light to all of you. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you on the next reading.